This segment of Naperville Sports Weekly is brought to you by BMO Harris Bank.
We are here at Westmont High School. I'm here with senior Trevor Pilgrim of the Benet swimming team. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. It's good to be here.
Yeah, so first thing I want to start with is getting ready for sectionals here next week. What's kind of been the vibe since you've been starting to get ready for sectionals?
Well, ever since we stopped practicing with JV and it basically just became those of us going to sectionals, it's just been a little bit more of a serious environment. Everybody's focused. All of us here want to succeed, and we all want to swim fast.
A lot less people, right?
Yeah, a lot less people.
It's crowded. Now, I just kind of want to rewind in your career now. When did you start swimming, and what got you started?
It's really, my sisters were both swimmers, so my family kind of just pushed me in that general direction of, you are going to swim, but...
no choice.
Yeah, no choice. I started swimming when I was about 8 years old, swam club swim all the way up, and eventually just joined the high school team here, and been swimming here ever since. Yeah.
Did you always know you wanted to swim in high school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And
talk about what you do, what you swim in. What's your favorite event? What do you think you've always been best at? Maybe not just best at now, but best at growing up.
I've always been a 100-yard breaststroker. It's honestly my favorite event. I've dabbled in 200 IM, 100 free, but I just always seem to be going back to breaststroke. I just love it so much. Honestly, my favorite race.
Why do you think you're best at that?
It's got that perfect blend of being a sprint, but also a kind of endurance race. Mm-hmm. So I can really swim it smartly while also swimming fast.
Did you set goals for yourself this year?
I did. I want to try for a state cut at the end of the year. I'm about 4 or 5 seconds off. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a reachable goal, but I'm going to have to keep working hard at practice here.
Now, talking about practice, you're in tapering season now. What's been the difference since that started, and when did it start?
It started a couple days ago for me personally. Each of us are doing different days, different amounts of taper, which are basically days of rest. So I'm resting about 10 days, and we're starting at all about the large amounts of yardage, 6,000 plus yards, and we're slowly descending down to circa 1,000 yards, just swimming a lot less, trying to rest up our bodies and get ready to go. Take
me through your head, West Chicago, senior night. What was going on then?
It was just really exciting. I'm glad that all my friends were there, all my family was there. It was just awesome in general.
It obviously wasn't your last meet because you're still going, but did it have any different feel to it?
It felt like I was kind of moving away from the swim scene a little bit. I'm planning on doing some club swim after I graduate and stuff like that, but it felt like me personally, I was nearing the end of my career, and that was just kind of a goosebump feeling, really.
Do you have to hold back any tears? I don't know if you're an emotional guy.
No, I wasn't that emotional. I was able to hold that in, but you've definitely made me feel a little bit sentimental about everything I've done so far.
So now this season, what's been the biggest challenge you've had to overcome personally?
The biggest challenge for me to overcome personally is definitely the newcomers on the team. There's a lot of younger kids who want to swim fast and they want to work hard to do it. So I really had to fight for my spot this year, definitely.
And you're a spirit senior captain for this team. Can you talk about kind of what you do for that?
So for that, I lead the team stretches, I lead the team cheers, and I really just try to get everyone pumped up and ready to cheer each other. Because although we do swim each of these races alone, we practice together. We are a team.
Yeah.
It's good to be together.
And you're swimming your individual races. Obviously, your teammates can't help you swim farther.
Yeah.
And other sports like basketball or football where you have teammates to help you actually during your competition. Obviously, relays helps each other. But how important is it to have your teammates support and know they're there for you even when you're doing your individual stuff?
It really is a make or break for some swimmers in the race. Some people really feed off that adrenaline and support that you get from seeing people cheer you on, and I think that really helps them swim faster.
Do you hear everything when you're swimming?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Do you want to hear it too?
Sometimes no, but
no?
You hear it regardless, so getting used to that is
kind of... How come no?
Some people are cheering against you, stuff like that. It's a competitive environment. You got parents cheering in your ears, enemies, opponents cheering in your ears too, but you really always hear your teammates above them.
Can you take me through, not during tapering season, but a normal day? What's a swim day like for you with practice and anything before, after school, anything like that?
So a normal day would be dry land in the morning. Everyone would get up around 5 a.m., get here around 6, lift, do some kind of stretching and ab exercises to get in shape, head through the school day, get that done, get out, We carpool with the younger kids because they can't drive, so it's really good bonding experience there, like driving with those kids, learn to really know them, get to practice, and it's just brutal, honestly. Lots of drills, lots of sets, but if you want to get fast, you got to work hard, and I think our coach does a great job of that, honestly.
How do you get through that day physically? I mean, I'm sure you get used to it, but even mentally, how do you get through that day at the beginning of the season? How do you, even as a senior, you're not used to it right when it starts at the beginning. How do you get through it?
Oh, absolutely. It's there's a bit of adjustment period as you kind of get started, but as the season gets going, you start feeling stronger. You start getting a lot of adrenaline pumping. You feel the support of your guys. You realize that you're not here alone. Everybody is with you as you kind of get through these tough practices. And towards the end of the season, like right now, I'm ready to go, you know.
What's tougher, waking up at, 5 in the morning or the practice after school?
Definitely the practice after school.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like most people would think it's the morning because you're waking up so early.
Exactly.
But you're so tired, yeah.
Yeah.
When do you go to bed at night? 8?
Me personally, I guess I'm pretty bad. I try to get to bed super late because we get home from here and do homework, study for tests. Got to live that academic life as well, and I get to bed sometimes pretty late, but you got to get ready, and you got to be ready to go in the morning.
Now going into sectionals, is there anything as a senior what you're going to say to your team beforehand, the day of?
When I was a freshman, sophomore, junior, the seniors on our team always told us that this was it. This was really the quote-unquote boss round of swimming. This is the meet where you want to swim fast, and this is the meet where you don't want to hold anything back, because if you do, you're going to regret that forever. So I always tell the kids, or fellow teammates in this case, this is it. We got to go fast, and this is the meet to do it, and let's win some races.
Not to make it sound like to make you more nervous or anybody more nervous, but any race could be your last one when you go into sectionals. Obviously, if you don't advance, that's it. How do you think you're going to calm your nerves and make it seem like any other race?
For me personally, I'm going to treat it like it is any other race. I'm going to do my best, try my hardest, fight through that pain, and considering that this could be my last race, give it everything I have. So that if I look back on this day in a couple of years, realize that, yeah, I did give it my all, Well,
I know you still could make some memories with sectionals and possibly state, but what is your favorite memory so far here at Benet for swimming?
Honestly, it was probably my freshman and sophomore year. The entire team environment was great. The seniors were awesome, and they really changed me into the person that I am today. I keep those traditions alive. I try to keep that team vibe alive. That year was by far my favorite year.
And you talk about the seniors. Who did you look up to the most? Is there a certain guy that was maybe more of a role model than others to you?
There was this boy named Andrew Pell who also drove me to practice. And every single day at practice, he just told me, Trevor, I don't care how you feel outside of the pool, but when we are in the pool, you are swimming fast and you are swimming hard.
And have you tried to take that on with the other freshmen, sophomore, give them stuff that you got from him?
Absolutely. Yeah. If someone's not pushing themselves to 100%, I try to challenge them to immediately, turn up the knob a little bit, pick it up.
Was it weird coming in as a senior this year, knowing no one was older than you?
It was an awkward environment at first because, all those years I was used to turning to people above me for kind of guidance and what I should do next. But this year I was the guidance. So some people ask me questions and I try to live off my seniors and teach them what to do.
Now looking ahead in your future swimming career, what college plans that you have in store that you're maybe thinking about, and then kind of just swimming in the future? What do you think about? What are you thinking about? You talked about club already.
Yeah, I'm going to keep swimming club probably for my entire college career. As for college selections, which college I want to go to, I'm a big fan of Iowa State. I want to study computer science, so I'm leaning towards that direction, and they offer some scholarship money. But as for walking on their team, I'm not sure at this time, but I have a feeling that I'm going to miss this team when I leave, and I might get involved.
Now, computer science, what's the dream job?
Working at Microsoft or some sort of game design company. Just really interested in creating things.
Have you been interested since you were little about that, or has it kind of been in the recent years?
Well, my dad was actually a computer engineer, and when I was young, he just got me really hooked on computers in general. So I started getting involved, started doing my own thing, took a programming class in high school, and just enjoyed it a lot.
And coaching, do you think you ever see yourself coaching swimming and when you're older?
I'm a lifeguard for Sea Lion Aquatic Water Park, and I just applied for a coaching position. So we'll see if that works out. But I would definitely love taking the experience that I learned here and applying it on some other kids and hope they learn from it.
And maybe coaching at the high school level one day. Could you see yourself doing that?
Honestly, sure.
Yeah. And I mean, when you're a senior and you take that leadership role on, that's kind of when you figure out if you want to do it or not. And
Absolutely, yeah.
well, sectionals next Saturday. Good luck. Hopefully you can get your goals, maybe get to state, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.
Thank you.